So what is going on, guys? I'm BlackOpsAmazing. Welcome back to another video on the channel where today I am hosting the Call of Duty Zombies Awards. That's right, the official, maybe it's not official, but I've put together a bunch of categories from best in-game music, best pack-a-punch camo, best perk system, hardest map, easiest maps, best cutscenes, along with a load of other ones as well. And of course, the final category will be best game, which I don't really think there needs to be too much guessing as to who that's going to go towards. But here we are, the 2021 end of year awards for Call of Duty Zombies. Even though we're actually now in 2022, let's just forget that part as well. Anyway, so it is only Treyarch's Zombies games that apply to this because that is what I'm most familiar with. If I brought in all of the other studios, Sledgehammer's and Infinity Ward's versions, there would be so much to go through. And for some categories, we're going to be talking about maps specifically, and for others, those awards will just go towards a singular game. So for example, on Pack-a-Punch camos, I can't award that category to a game because we have multiple different camos in multiple maps, whereas a category such as best gameplay or mechanics, that can go towards a singular game because every map on it, for the most part, will have the same mechanics. So let's get straight into this, and we are kicking off with our first category, which is best music. Now, I've always said the earlier days of Zombies, so from World at War to Black Ops 1, very early on, those are my two favourite games for zombie songs. Even though everything on here is opinion based, I feel like this one is, especially because everyone has different tastes in music. But I do also think most people would agree World at War and Black Ops 1 had the best zombie songs. Black Ops 2 also did a pretty good job. It was really after that, so BO3, 4 and Cold War, where I wasn't a massive fan of the music in any of those maps. But as for what the best Call of Duty Zombies song is overall, for me, this goes to Lullaby of a Dead Man in Verrucht. Not only do I think it was the best, but it's strange that this was also one of the very first zombie songs we ever had. I don't know what it is about this song specifically. It's very hardcore. It fits the theming of Verrucht, which is more horror than any of the other maps we have. World at War has a lot of competition when it comes to zombie songs. The one on the Giant, for example. Beauty of Annihilation is also a classic. But yeah, it's difficult to say for this one exactly why I chose it, because everybody has their different tastes in music. Anyway, next up in the Call of Duty Zombies Awards, we are looking at the best perk system. This category is going towards a game, not a specific map. Now, from World at War to Black Ops 3, the perk system in those games were the same. It then changed in Black Ops 4, it changed again in Treyarch's next game, Cold War, and now in their most recent one, Vanguard, we've also got a new one. But as for what the best perk system out of the bunch is, I also don't think there's going to be many arguments when I give this one to Black Ops Cold War. We have the ability to upgrade our perks. Each one had 5 different upgrades. This also gave us something more to do in game. We can now grind towards this. If you were looking at what the worst perk system was, I would probably give that to Black Ops 4. I know Vanguard's is very simple, but it's nowhere near as bad as BO4's, but that's not what we're looking at. We're looking at the best perk system, and it's hands down Cold War. Next up, we are looking at the best Pack-a-Punch camo, and this award goes to Origins. There were many that came close. The Rise and Drakkar has multiple different Pack-a-Punch camos. Mob of the Dead's is very cool, but there was just something about Origins that stands out above the rest. The kind of neon fluorescent glowing blue, the animation of it. So yeah, the weaponized Element 115 camo from Origins claims this one. Next up, we are looking at the best design of machines we have in games. So for example, clustering all of these into one, the best design of the Pack-a-Punch machine, the mystery box, perk machines, etc. This is a difficult one to do because we have certain maps that have a good looking mystery box but then a plain looking Pack-a-Punch machine, and vice versa. But the one map, in my opinion, that has both of these, and also coincidentally looks better than all of the rest, is Shadows of Evil. The design of the Pack-a-Punch machine itself is okay, but when you place your weapon in it and the tentacle comes out, grabs it, that's the coolest way of Pack-a-Punching I've seen, and the mystery box in this map fits some of the whole alien-like theming. So yeah, a close one was the Mob of the Dead mystery box, although that map just has a normal looking Pack-a-Punch machine, and Origins was another close one with the ancient stone-like looking pap, which also matched the design of the mystery box. I think it was very close, but Shadows of Evil just takes this one for me. Next, we're looking at both the hardest and easiest maps. Going through these two quickly, the hardest for me is 5. I suppose this one just depends on how good you are at the game really, but I think for everyone, 5 is at least going to come near to the top of your lists. The reimagined version we got in Black Ops 4 Classified is a lot easier. One map that did come close was Verrucht, but I do find if you just run in circles on that map, it's not too bad. However, 5 is cramped, it's very small. Yeah, 5 is a genuinely hard map, and as for the easiest map, I could have given this one to any of the ones in Black Ops Cold War. This doesn't necessarily mean those maps are easy if they were put on harder games like BO4, 3, 2, or 1, but you have to take everything into consideration. Black Ops Cold War is just an easier game to play, so that combined with the maps. This award could have gone to any on that game, so I'm going to give it to D Machine, but again, it could also go to Firebase C, Forsaken. I think every map on Cold War is considerably easier than any other one we've got on any other game. We are about halfway through on the COD Zombies Awards, and the next category we are looking at is the best looking map, the most aesthetically pleasing. Now this one for me was a choice between two different maps, both on Black Ops 3, and that was either Shadows of Evil or Dreisendrache. You could have also included Gorod Karovia into this. Revelations isn't too bad looking either. I think Zetsubo no Shima is the odd one out, but I'm gonna give it to Dreisendrache. The snowy castle in the Austrian mountains, the giant lying broken in the background in the town, the design of both the inside and the outside of the castle, the blue tint that this map has because of the Element 115, not to mention how good the dragon heads look, the wonder weapons. It really is a beautiful map. Shadows of Evil was very close, the city, the kind of 80s neon vibe you get, but I'm going to say this is a close one to Dreisendrache. However, let me know which one you would pick in the comment section below. Maybe you choose a different map, let me know. The next category again goes towards a whole game, not a map. It is best overall gameplay / mechanics, and I don't know if this will surprise a lot of people or not, but this one is going towards Black Ops Cold War. Now, I'm not the best zombies player. I've already said that I think Black Ops Cold War is a lot easier than other games, so maybe that has a part to play. But when you combine everything, the perk system, the ability to upgrade basically everything, your weapons, your field upgrades, you look at features such as being able to use kill streaks. It's sometimes unfair to compare newer games to older games because tech over time is supposed to get better, but the way Zombies feels to play on Cold War, it's more satisfying. It feels more rewarding on this game, killing zombies. So the best overall gameplay and mechanics goes towards Cold War. Next up we have the best cutscene. Another very difficult one just because there are so many great cutscenes in COD Zombies, obviously not talking about recent times, but from BO2 to BO4. There are lots I could have chosen, the Gorod Karovia intro, the Blood of the Dead ending, even the intro in that map's good. However, this award goes to the Giant. I remember seeing this cutscene for the first time, seeing Primus Richtofen step out of the teleporter and kill his ultimate self. That was a massive shock factor. Then we saw Primus Richtofen bend down over his dead body and do something, but we didn't find out exactly what it was he did until quite a long time after. It left a lot of room for theories. It is a very good cutscene. We also saw Primus and Ultimus on screen together for the first time, although not every single character. And for what the Giant was in BO3, it was just a bonus map. The Giant isn't complicated, it's relatively simple and small, so to even get a cutscene for it, let alone for it to be the best one, there is no doubt in my mind it doesn't deserve it. The next award is for the best characters. Now, considering I've recently done a zombies character tier list, if you've seen that video, this won't come as a surprise, so I won't talk too much about it. But the best crew for me is Primus, Richtofen, Takeo, Nikolai and Dempsey. Ultimus come very close. There are also some other great crews like the Mob of the Dead characters, the 5 crew, but I think Primus is unmatched, so that's all I have to say about that one. And then getting towards the end, two more categories that are very similar to each other, best storyline and best Easter egg. Now, the best storyline I am gonna award to Blood of the Dead. I was gonna give this to Alpha Omega, for reasons I want to explain in a different video, but I'm going to give it to Blood of the Dead, just because there were so many things involved. The Shadow Man, Brutus, the Warden, the Primus crew, the transit characters, Stuhlinger especially, also the OG Mob of the Dead characters. The Weasel had a big part to play in the story. Nikolai taking the lead from Richtofen in the end, and obviously in that ending cutscene, we all saw what happened to Richtofen. That was extremely sad. There are so many things you can factor into as to why I think Blood of the Dead has the best story, and something very similar to that is the best Easter egg, and this one for me, again, might be surprising, but I'm giving this to Moon. There were a couple of maps that came close, Origins was one, but for the overall Easter egg, I'm giving this award to Moon. One, because of the time that this took place. You have to remember that this was on Black Ops 1, back in 2010 or 2011 this would have released, still relatively in the early days for zombies. To see something like us blowing up Earth, that was special. The Easter egg itself, the revelations, what we learn, Samantha and Richtofen switching bodies inside of the MPD after completing that Easter egg. Not only did the eye colour of the zombies change, but also you were given every perk, again, for that time during Black Ops 1. That was awesome. I know Easter eggs have got a lot more complicated now. Some people like that, some people don't. But I'm mainly giving this to Moon just because of the time that this all happened. And blowing up the Earth was something that needs to happen. No, I didn't. And then our final two categories before we get to the best game. The first one, the best enemy, that award goes to Brutus, and the best boss fight, I'm probably going to sound like the odd one out here, but I'm giving this to 9. Seeing those elephants come out for the first time, I can't lie, every time I see that, it trumps every other final boss. And then like I said, best enemy is Brutus, and what I mean by this is normal enemies that you get by just playing the game. You could have also given it to the Panzer. The Margwa is also very cool, but you will know Brutus if you watch this channel. He's a regular. And that leads us to the final one, which is overall best zombies game. I said at the beginning, you can more than likely guess which game this is going to go towards, and that's Black Ops 3. With everything I've gone through on this list, best looking map, best designs of pack-a-punch machines, perk machines, the best characters, the best cutscene, also a lot of other things on this list go towards BO3 as well, just because we had Zombies Chronicles. So technically the best music award also goes to Black Ops 3, because Verrucht was on BO3. Yeah, everyone has their own opinions, but BO3 for me is the king of zombies. So there we go. The COD Zombies Awards for 2021. I mean 2022. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. As always, hopefully you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, drop a like rating. Make sure you are subscribed to stay up to date with the latest videos on the channel. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Until then, goodbye.